Merry Christmas. We have a beautiful special episode today for Christmas from In the Car about gratitude, about importance with a special guest, my daughter. And we're going to get into it in a minute. And I'm not even recording a separate intro for this one. We are going to do the intro just like this and lead into the episode. So if you are listening to this on Christmas, Merry Christmas from the Bryants. We have 3 last names in the house.
We do, yeah.
We have 3 last names in the house. So Merry Christmas from the Bryants, the Stubblefields,
the Jeans,
and the Jeans, because that's what we do. That's what we do here. So I asked my daughter to do this podcast with me. We're going to keep it short. We're going to keep it like 5 minutes or so. But I think it's really, really important to talk about the things that matter. It's been a crazy year for all of us. I've lost companies. We've gained it. People have lost their homes and moved, and we've all been doing it. And the one thing that's remained constant for me has been leveraging relationships and being in relationship with the people that matter and focusing on what matters. And so for me, what I want everybody to understand is that you should have no guilt around taking time off. You cannot work 24/7. You are not a robot. That is not your job. But put it in containers. Give yourself permission to go be with family, to go be fully present, to hide your phone, throw it out the window for all I care. Just be present and be okay with it. No guilt required. All the work will be there. And I promise you that nothing that happens unless the IRS is seizing your assets or your building at work is burning down requires your attention, that you need to deal with it in that moment. And so I want all of you to right now on a piece of paper in front of you, write this out, because I'm going to give you a permission slip and you're going to write this down. I give myself permission to be present, have gratitude, and leave work where work belongs, which is a couple days off or a day off or an hour off or a set amount of time off. Because at the end of the day, it's time to connect with ourselves and connect with our loved ones to make sure that this business that we're building and the work that we're doing, we're actually enjoying the results of what we get. So I wanted to have my daughter on. So what are you grateful for?
Is this live or no?
No, it's not live.
Okay, good.
No, they're going to edit it and then this is going to be our podcast.
Okay. What am I grateful for? I mean, there's a lot of things I'm grateful for. Well, I'm grateful that we're moving.
Okay.
And we can go on more adventures, and I feel like without we're moving, we get to change things about ourselves we don't like and kind of leave them here. Mm-hmm. So I like that.
So by the way, just so everybody knows, my daughter is 15 and is my therapist, because she would be the one to say, we're moving. And with that, we get to reinvent ourselves and find positives because she's wise. I love that one. One of the things I'm grateful for, this year's been rough in a lot of reasons for business, but it's brought us as a family closer together. I'm getting emotional looking at my daughter. And so one of the reasons we're moving is to simplify things, to spend more time together doing the things that matter. And it's a constant reminder for me that, of course, I could go work 22 hours a day. I could go build 85 businesses, but if it's all consuming, there's really no point in doing it. And I don't feel like dying building a business. I'd rather build a business and spend time with my family. Mm-hmm. You have any other thoughts for all the wise people?
I mentioned this earlier, but although this year did kind of suck, I think a lot of good things came out of it, and maybe not for some people, but if you look for the good things. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I saw this quote the other day and I thought it was very accurate. So
what is it?
From a book I was reading, actually.
From The Alchemist?
Yeah.
My daughter and I both read The Alchemist. This makes me happy.
It was about, the quote was saying how if your life looks the same every day, it's because you don't look for the little things that you enjoy. So I feel like that kind of works right now, because if you wake up and you're like, well, I just do this every day and I just go to work and I have to wear a mask. I don't know. You gotta look for the good things.
Gotta look for the good things. For those of you watching my face, I just promised my daughter I wouldn't put her on camera because I didn't prep her for this at all. We're driving in the car and I'm like, hey baby, I gotta do a podcast. You wanna do one with me? It's a short one. And she's like, sure. And so I didn't prep her, but I'm sure you can hear why I lean into my daughter a lot for her thoughts. And I just think it's really imperative for everybody. My closing thought for everybody is to just give yourself the space to see, to notice, right? One of the reasons that unplugging from work is so powerful, and to narrow down on what my daughter says, is it allows you the time to see. It allows you to kind of pick your head up and look around and see the things that we have, the things that we're grateful for, the things that we've still created and still managed to do, and also gives us perspective that even if something isn't ideal, even if something isn't working or something feels broken, you can't fix it by staring at it. You got to kind of slow down, unplug, look up, and give yourself the perspective to do that. And so I do highly recommend, by the way, reading The Alchemist. If you have not read The Alchemist or listened to it, I absolutely love that book, and it makes me happy that my daughter is reading it. So I just wanted to have her on, I think, and she didn't think so, but since I know how many of you listen to this podcast, I want you to leave a comment on my social media if my daughter and I should do an entire episode on a Free for All Friday episode.
Oh my gosh.
I won't, you're going to go on video for that one. You're going to go on video. But she's like, nobody will want me. I'm like, they'll want you. They'll want you. And so from me, the Jeans, the Bryans, the Stubblefields, the Three Snakes.
That's the worst last name.
You
Mine
do
is
have
the
the
dumbest.
You do have the worst last name. You do.
Stubblefield.
Stubblefield.
Shit.
We can make it Bryan.
No,
All of us
but
should just be
The only
Bryan.
good reason about my last name is so I can shorten it to Stubbs. And that's
Stubbs. We have called her Stubbs. We have. You're not a Stubbs. You're 5'4" and blonde. Literally, you're
short,
tall.
though.
You're not
I
short.
am short. I'm actually like 5'2.5". He asked me how tall I was, and I lied.
Yeah, you did. But you can round up. It's okay. We just left the doctor, so he asked her height. She might have added an inch or two, as I have for sure. I've worn like 4 pairs of socks in my shoes once to gain an extra inch in the military because it's meant I could be 8 pounds heavier. Because in the military, we have height and weight standards. And so if, like, you're 5'7", you had to be, like, 179. But if you were 5'8", you could be, like, 187. And so I would wear, like, 4 pairs of socks in my shoes, and then I would gain an inch.
That's funny.
And so, but then when I would forget, they would ask me why my height was always changing. I was like, oh, I don't know. So we're going to end it. I just want all of you to remember that it's a beautiful time of the year, every day of the year. But right now, it's so important. Take some time and call yourself, love yourself, lean into yourself, and then lean into those closest around you. Enjoy these moments that we have and create moments that we can all utilize what we're building to have and do it. And so I just wanted to let all of you know I'm grateful for every one of you that listens, everyone that downloads the show, everyone that shares. Every one of you is amazing. You're family to me. And so I just wanted to say thank you. Have a beautiful Christmas. Do you have any closing words, baby?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'll close for both of us. The most important thing, and I couldn't think it's more perfect than now, is that relationships will always beat algorithms. And it's the time of the year, like every time of the year, to practice it and put it into practice. So buy yourself some time, go focus on the things that matter, work will be there, and then come back in refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to go with all that ammunition of doing the things that matter. So have a beautiful Christmas. Have a beautiful New Year's. I am dropping an extra special episode on New Year's, so keep your ears peeled, just in case you're listening to this and not watching. I'll drop that one soon. Have a beautiful Christmas. Happy holidays. I love you all, and I'll see you guys, or you'll hear me in the next episode.